The Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Sunday, the 11th of September, 2016. I'm Michael Groff. We're talking about a bit more of an active weather pattern over the next 36 hours or so. Will we see any thunderstorm activity here in the valley? Then we've got drier air moving in for much of the week and quiet conditions through a bulk of the forecast period. Out toward Lake Havasu City this morning, clear skies as the sun's coming up out there. And here in the valley, we're mostly clear as well. Conditions 82 degrees at Sky Harbor this morning. 54 on the dew point, relative humidity 38%. The winds are light, and the barometer is rising. Isolated showers across northeast Coconino County and up into southern and southeastern Utah. Wouldn't be surprised if some of that rain here in northern Arizona isn't even reaching the ground. Satellite picture, isolated showers and thunderstorms associated with an old inverted trough in northern Mexico. And some of the leftovers from yesterday's convection. Some of that moisture will make its way into the eastern portions of Arizona today and add some fuel to the fire. Temperatures across the metro area this morning are pretty pleasant. You get away from the urban core, and we're down in the 70s. Watch warning map. Fire danger concerns across much of the west from northeast Nevada all the way into western South Dakota. High fire danger there. But you also see winter weather advisories across portions of Montana. 1 to 4 inches of rain, or of snow rather, expected above the 6,000 to 7,000 foot level out there, and that could help to alleviate some of those fire danger concerns. They certainly need the precipitation out there. And a wind advisory also across northern Maine this morning. Convective outlook, marginal risk of severe weather for portions of New England from about the Hartford area up toward Cape Cod and eastern Maine. On Monday, we have a marginal risk of severe weather across eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, from about Lincoln over toward Omaha, Council Bluffs. Then on Tuesday, no organized areas of severe weather expected across the country, and we are, in fact, in the white. No thunderstorms expected at all, and we'll show you why that is as we hit the models right now. The 06C GFS run valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. Little low-pressure area off the Southern California coast is going to start to open up and move toward the east. That'll have implications on our weather, but for today, moisture moving north over eastern Arizona, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. But again, the moisture profile today just isn't looking all that impressive. In fact, less impressive than what we were forecasting at this time yesterday. Precip water values, not that exciting. Maybe around an inch, a little bit more to the south. But this will just give rise to only about a 10% chance of showers or thunderstorms getting in the valley this afternoon or this evening. And I think even if we do see any activity, it'll just be mainly in the form of gusty winds and blowing dust, as the old southwesterly winds aloft will be persistent around here, and that'll preclude any thunderstorms from getting in here, I believe. Still, with all the ingredients around, we'll be right on the edge of any rain chances. QPF numbers, not that impressive. Even where you do get rain in eastern Arizona, we're talking maybe 1/10 of an inch, 2/10 of an inch. And remember, an isolated storm can always produce a little bit more than this, but that's a general idea. And there are best chances of seeing any precipitation through the forecast period in general come tomorrow morning, or maybe through the midday hours. As that low over Southern California opens up, it moves east. Southerly winds bringing in some moisture overnight. And so we'll have a little bit of cape developing in the atmosphere, a little energy. Now, again, nothing that's going to be organized or substantial. You're talking 200 to 500 joules per kilogram. So this isn't going to be a widespread rain event. But isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms possible here in south central Arizona tomorrow. And I think the best chances will be in the morning through the midday. Precip water values coming up to about 1.1 to 1.3 inches. This is not a super impressive number, but it's a little bit at or slightly above normal for mid-September. QPF numbers not that impressive though. And so even the areas that do see precip will be mainly a couple hundredths of an inch of rain at most. And I'll remember, again, obviously isolated storms can produce more, but really not going to expect very much out of any of this. And then we'll have a very abrupt end to any rain chances by tomorrow afternoon. Now, the official forecast still showing rain chances tomorrow evening, but I think they'll be over with even by 5 p.m. tomorrow night. Look at this. The QPF numbers, or the precip water values, are just out of here. I mean, we're on the dry side by tomorrow evening. By Tuesday, the monsoon moisture gets scoured on out of here, and conditions are going to start to turn very pleasant for mid-September, with temperatures dropping off a little bit, especially at night. You'll really feel it. Highs 93 to 98, lows mainly in the mid-60s away from the urban core to about the mid-70s at Sky Harbor. That will continue Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Look at that heavy rain extending up into portions of Minnesota all the way down to Louisiana by week's end. We, however, will remain dry. Just how dry? Look at this. This is Friday night. The precipitable water values across Arizona. These might be a little exaggerated on the dry side, but you get the general idea. Conditions are going to be very benign throughout the entire week. Now, the GFS, by next Saturday, runs have been pretty consistent in developing some type of closed low over the greater Southwest. This run is no different. There it is by next Saturday. A weak low over southwest Arizona really wouldn't have much of an impact on our weather. However, over eastern Arizona, maybe some moisture would get drawn north and could be some precip out that way. And then the low starts to move east into southwest New Mexico by next Sunday. That's the 18th of September. QPF values from that system, nothing to get too excited about, and absolutely nothing for us. We would remain dry. And don't look now, but the GFS advertising yet another closed low somewhere at or just off the Southern California coast by Monday the 19th. This would have, as advertised here, very little consequence in our weather. Maybe some moisture getting drawn north into the state, but wouldn't look for anything too substantial from that. And some of the forecast models don't even have this, so we'll just see how it plays out. Here's the end of the forecast period, Tuesday, the 20th of September, and general troughing over the southwest. Weather conditions remain status quo. All right, as we go off into the land of make-believe, Wednesday, the 21st of September, the last day of summer. And again, basically troughing over the southwest, maybe another closed low over Vegas, but temperatures 93 to 98, lows mid-60s to mid-70s. Continuing off further into the period, somewhere around the Southern California area, an elongated low, we would remain dry, relatively speaking, and conditions would be quiet. Going as far as we can into the future, this is September the 26th, conditions would be fairly quiet. The tropics would be heating up over the eastern Pacific. That's been pretty consistently shown here on the GFS of late. But with high pressure over the southwest, moisture would stay far to our south and just drift on off over the Pacific. All right, temperatures, well, as we've been talking about this entire time, not too bad. Can't guarantee that every single day we stay below 100 degrees, but, you know, if this all verifies, and it seems very plausible that it could, I would say we'll have a pretty nice transition from the end of summer into the start of fall, and evenings and overnights will be downright pleasant. So this is looking pretty good. All right, that's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. We will see you again for the start of the work week tomorrow.